Are we on the brink of a significant shift for the Vancouver Canucks? As the trade deadline looms, whispers about a key player's future are growing louder. Will the Canucks make a move that could redefine their roster? Stay tuned as we dive into the latest buzz surrounding the team and the potential impact on their season. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video to stay in the loop with all things Canucks. The NHL trade deadline is looming, and the Vancouver Canucks are in a delicate position with Brock Boeser. Elliotte Friedman shared some insights this morning that have me both excited and anxious as a passionate Canucks fan. It's clear that the team is willing to explore trade options for Boeser, but they're also prepared to hold on to him if the right deal doesn't materialize. This duality is intriguing and a little nerve-wracking. Friedman emphasized that many teams know what they're willing to pay for players like Boeser and are simply waiting to see how things shake out as the deadline approaches. This situation puts Vancouver in a bit of a bind. They're looking for the best return possible, but with the market being so volatile, it's hard to predict how other teams will react if they don't get what they want. It makes me wonder, can the Canucks afford to wait too long? Or will they risk losing out on a valuable asset? Boeser's situation is particularly complex. After a career-high season last year where he netted 40 goals and 73 points, he's had a disappointing follow-up campaign. He's dealing with the aftermath of a concussion that has affected his performance, and that's never easy for a player. Currently, he's on pace for just 50 points this season, a stark contrast to his previous numbers. On top of that, he turned down a 5-year, $8 million offer earlier in the season. This rejection stings, doesn't it? It leaves us in a precarious position as fans, wondering if we're about to lose a player who could have been a cornerstone for our future. But there's also a silver lining. The Canucks seem to be comfortable holding on to Boeser, viewing him as a potential rental player if they can't strike a deal. This strategy makes sense from a business standpoint. If they can't find a satisfactory trade, keeping him around could still be beneficial, even if it's just for the remainder of this season. It's a gamble, but one that could pay off if he finds his form again. What's even more intriguing is Friedman's mention of the Canucks' desires to move their unrestricted free agents, UFAs, for a center with team control. They've made strides in goal with Kevin Lankinen and feel better about their defense moving forward, but adding a solid center could elevate this team significantly. The market for top centers is shrinking, and with teams like the Sabres and Senators making moves, it's becoming more challenging for Vancouver to find what they're looking for. The urgency is palpable, and as a fan, I can't help but feel the hope and pressure mounting. Now, as we head into the final hours before the trade deadline, I can't help but ask, what are the Canucks' priorities? Do they believe they can still make a playoff push with the current roster? Or is this a time for reevaluation and rebuilding? Honestly, I'm torn. I want to see the Canucks succeed this season, but I also understand that making the right long-term decisions is crucial. So, what do you think? Will keeping Boeser be the right move? Or should they pull the trigger on a deal if the right offer comes along? I want to hear your thoughts on this down below. It's a pivotal moment for the franchise, and the emotions are running high. The trade rumors surrounding Brock Boeser are heating up, and as a passionate Vancouver Canucks fan, I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and anxiety about what this means for our team. Reports from Frank Saravalli over at Daily Faceoff indicate that it's more likely than not we'll see Boeser on the move before the NHL trade deadline. This could be a significant shift for our roster, and I think it's crucial we dive into what this might mean for the Canucks moving forward. Boeser's contract, with a cap hit of $6.65 million, is set to expire at the end of this season. It's clear that the Canucks are in a tough spot. They attempted to negotiate a 5-year deal worth $8 million per season earlier this year, which Boeser ultimately rejected. That's a substantial commitment, and it seems like both sides couldn't find common ground. If the Canucks know they can't reach an agreement, holding on to Boeser could be a risky game. In the current market, with players like Anthony Beauvillier and Andrei Kuzmenko fetching significant returns, it would seem ill-advised for the Canucks to let Boeser walk for nothing. Imagine if he hits free agency and signs elsewhere. The fans would be left wondering what could have been. That's a scenario we simply can't afford to entertain. I mean, do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, Boeser has been a key player for us, but on the other, we have to think about the future of this franchise. The Canucks are in a unique position, and the strategy they employ now will have long-lasting effects on the team's trajectory. If they do decide to trade Boeser, they must ensure they get a strong return that can help solidify the core of the team moving forward. It's not just about this season, it's about creating a sustainable path to success. What's intriguing, here is how willing the Canucks might be to retain some of Boeser's salary in a potential trade. That could open up more possibilities and increase the number of teams interested in making a deal. If they can find a way to balance their books while maximizing what they get in return, it could be a win-win. But, again, it's a gamble. As we look toward the Canucks game against the Minnesota Wild tonight, I can't help but wonder if this will be the last time we see Boeser in a Canucks jersey. The anticipation is palpable. Will he be on the ice for the morning skate? Will the front office make a last-minute play to keep him? The stakes are high, and as fans, we're invested in every decision the management makes. We want to see our team succeed, and every trade, every contract negotiation, impacts our chances of competing at a higher level. This is a pivotal moment for the Canucks, and it feels like we're at a crossroads. As I think about the potential outcomes, I want to hear from you, the fans. What are your expectations? Do you believe trading Boeser is the right path? Or do you think we should hold on to him and see if we can work something out? Your voices matter, and I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. Let's keep this conversation going. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all things Vancouver Canucks. And please activate that notification bell to get all the latest updates as we navigate these crucial decisions together. This is our team, and we're in this together.